I'm Roger Harvey from Honda Europe, looking after their motocross program in World Championships. We've got the new bikes here. It's Honda UK's launch of the new bikes. 2010 bikes, we've got 450 and 250, which we're concentrating on. If we first look at the new 450, basically it was a total new bike last year. So the changes are not dramatic this year. There's simple changes like setting on suspension, new ignition curves and that, because obviously injection in the fuel, and new shock settings. So everything is worked on to refine the tremendous bike we had launched last year. So 450, really, that's you know, what they do. And now we go on to the 250, which, like the 450 last year, is total new bike. Everything's new from the ground up. Shower suspension on this one, back and front. Total new engine, everything's new. The bore and the stroke have been changed. We have a longer stroke engine, which gives better torque now. Lightweight, compact. Centralisation of mass, that's one thing, because everybody said, oh, you had two exhausts for a long time, now you've only got one. But we're unable to centralise the mass on the Honda, bring everything to the middle, lower. Like, for example, your crankshaft point is, I think, 10mm lower. So the whole thing, centre of gravity is lower and more into the middle of the bike. So that's the idea of everything. And basically, with everything being brought to the centre, it just makes the bike easier to ride. You can flick it about easier, it gives a lighter feeling impression. Also, when you're on the bike, because everything's lower, it can move about and feel about. Chassis, very similar to the 450, obviously. Few little differences to fit the 250 engine, because the 250 engine, so the chassis is more compact, once again, making it feel very comfortable for the rider. Head angles bought in, swing arm is 29mm longer than last year's, so they've worked on everything for the new bike. So you've got a real torquey, light, nimble bike. And of course, Honda's steering damper on the front for that old tank slapper. Also, if you look at the engine, what's new on the bike for this year is the fuel injection. First time on a 250, first time certainly Honda's done it on their 250, we were a carburettor on the 250 last year, and that, to be honest, what we've learned from the 450 and brought it straight onto the 250 has given the response, tremendous response on the engine. So it's pretty easy for the riders to ride, to start and everything. And of course we can reduce the fuel capacity because the fuel injection uses less. So we can reduce the fuel capacity by 1.6 litres or something of the like. So the whole thing is made to make the bike smaller, more nimble, more manageable, and give it good, strong, torquey power, which that's the response we're getting from the riders. Obviously, this is the launch for the first time today in the UK, and the response from the riders has been very much like we've heard from America and Europe. One of the big comments is no bog. There's no lag on the throttle. The injection is immediate response, so it just makes the bike, gives you a lot of confidence on it, and you know when you come off the big jump, land heavy, it's not going to burr. It's clean and straight out there. If you look at the ignition, you can change that yourself. You can, like you used to on a carburettor when you change the main jet or the pilot jet. This is just done with a computer, and you can change it in those areas of the engine that you need. Main jet, what would be the old main jet area, the old pilot jet area. So that's just with a computer program, which you can buy. There's a HRC kit that does that, allows you to do that. The ignition system compensates itself, so you can take this down to sea level, ride it. You could take it to 2,000 meters, ride it, and it'd be just the same because the injection system compensates itself. So yeah, pretty easy, and we're looking forward to a good time with it.